Okay, I am back. Sorry for these little technical difficulties. I'm usually on my computer, but today I thought let's be on my cell phone in my living room because it's just nice and sunny here. So hopefully you will be able to find me back. Just going to give you a minute. Hey, who's here? Say hi. Hello, hello, ladies. Please say hi. How are you today? Please let me know where you are from, who's here. Say hi, say hi, say hi. Happy Wednesday, happy Thursday. Bonjour, bonjour. That's my Eva. Bonjour, bonjour. So yes, for those who don't know me, I am originally from France. Hi, Kaden. I hope I say your name right. Hey, Mathias, ça va? I'm not lady, but yes. Yes, sorry, I'm saying ladies, but you know, if there is some men here, you know, you are welcome to. From Canada, okay. Hello, hello. So first, thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you're taking this time to be with me today because I know we all have busy lives. So I'm trying to do my best to make it worth your time, okay? And I'm probably going to share some information with you that some of you may know of, but some of you may not know much about it yet. So before we get into today's training, I would love to take just a minute here because it's important. I would love to have all of you right here, right now, you know, all of your presence because it's so easy. Hey, from Scotland. Hi, Lindsay. It's so easy to, you know, to get stuck in our head and thinking of a bunch of different stuff instead of being really present in our body and receiving the information. Again, some of this information may be completely new to you. So for that reason, I'm going to invite you to get out of your head and come into your body. The reason I'm saying that is because it's very easy for us to get tricked by our ego mind. And I don't want all of your old programming and stuff to come and filter this information. So the body doesn't lie. You know, you remember this song from Shakira, Hips Don't Lie? Same, so that's exactly right. Body don't lie. Mind does, okay? So, if you may, just close your eyes for a minute. If you can, okay? If you are driving, please don't close your eyes. I don't want you to get into an accident. But if you are home, quiet, please just close your eyes for a minute. Using your breath, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose, and regathering all of you into that body now, to that present time, hearing my voice, listening to my voice. Bring your awareness out of your head and into your heart. Again, we want to be in our bodies. You know, get your feet on the floor, feeling the floor on your feet, feeling the earth, pulling energy from the earth. You don't need to know, you know, how you do that. It's just intention, putting energy. Being here with me. Okay. How does that feel? And while we are here in our bodies, I want to take another minute to, you know, because I know you are going through a tough time, you know, struggling with your body. And it's very easy to start blaming, blaming ourselves, blaming our bodies. And I would really like to take a minute here for you to appreciate, give respect and love to your body. Because in truth, your body only wants what's best for you. Your body is not your enemy. Your body is your friend. It helps you go through this life, through this amazing life. And your body is probably a lot more than what you think. The body is an amazing sensory system. It has consciousness. And again, it wants your highest best. So just, you know, touch it, saying, you know, thank you, body. Thank you for, taking care of me, being with me for this whole life. I appreciate and I love you. Bodies like to be touched. So, cuddle yourself a little bit on the morning, touch your body. Just really feel this gratitude for it. Okay. Are we ready? I have my little notes here, okay? Because I there is so much I want to cover, and I'm good. I tend to go, everywhere. So I want to try to keep myself focused here. So forgive me if you see me, looking at my notes, but that's for the best for all of us. Okay. So now we've been, with our body. Let me ask you a question. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1, I don't have any relationship with my body. What does it mean? To 10, I have such a great relationship with my body. We communicate together. We love each other. Where do you fall on this spectrum, 1 to 10? Please don't be shy and share. How do you feel with your body? Anybody? I know there may be some there. 8, Matthias, yes, that's good. 6, Eva, good. That's more than average. That's more than 5, yes. 7, Trish, that's good. Okay. So first, my name is Alexandra, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm doing this because it's time for our approach to fertility to change. To have an approach that really takes into consideration the fact that we are a very complex being with a body, with a mind, with emotions, and that we are not just hormones and reproductive system, okay? Fertility question is a bigger question. That's what is commonly, looking at. And I'm an advocate for starseed babies. I know you may be like, what is starseed baby? It doesn't matter, but I am here to help women prepare themselves, transform themselves so they can manifest their highly aware, highly conscious, highly advanced baby, okay? Some women struggle today getting pregnant only because they need to do a little bit of work on themselves, body, mind, spirit again, so that they can be an energetic match for this baby who is just waiting to come. There are a lot of babies today that want to be born. They are very advanced. They are coming with a big mission, and they just want to come through a clean vessel, through a woman who can carry this vibration, this frequency. So I told you my approach is a little bit different, okay? Now, so that's good because I want you to understand that maybe the reason why you are struggling, it's not that there is anything wrong with you. It's not that there is not a baby for you. It's just that you need to do a little bit of prep work, okay? And I like to shift the perspective for you. Maybe your struggles are just a blessing in disguise because it makes you more aware of the importance of taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, so that then when you get pregnant, you can give birth to a very healthy child in the end. So we'll talk more about that tomorrow because tomorrow will be more body stuff, So we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But today, I want to talk to you about something that's not tangible, but that definitely affects your ability to get pregnant or not. And I'm going to talk about stress and your thoughts and emotions, and how does all of this combine together to make it maybe harder for you. So let me see where I am. Okay, so let's talk about stress because that's one thing that we all know about. We can all agree that it has effect on our body, and it makes it harder for a woman to conceive. We know that today, right? And at first when I was pregnant with my first one, I was very stressed, but I didn't really realize how much this can actually affect myself, the baby, on a physical level, right? Because we think that stress is just like, it's intangible, right? It's just like, how can this actually have consequences in my body? And since then, I have learned a lot and I discovered a lot. So what happens is when we stress, this has a lot of physiological changes affecting the body, right? So when you stress, there is a cascade of event that happens in your body. Cortisol go up, adrenaline goes up. Cortisol compete with progesterone, so then your progesterone goes down. We know progesterone is very important to be pregnant and keep a pregnancy. When you are in a stress state, it's this idea of fight or flight versus rest and digest. So stress creates this flight or fight response in the body where we are pumping, a stress hormone, where we are shutting down, functions that are not essential, like digestion, but also the reproduction function. It's like, again, your body is trying to protect you, right? Why would it put energy in the reproductive system when you are fighting for your life, right? So the body is just bringing all of its energy to function that are essential for your survival when you are in this stress mode, right? So, and it's again survival mechanism. It has kept us alive for like millions of years, right? However, today what's happening is we get stressed, and we get chronically stressed, right? Because we get stressed all day long, even at night sometimes. We wake up, like stressing over stuff. So the body doesn't have time to really be in that rest and digest state where it heals, where it detoxifies, where you can have your reproductive function, getting energy again. So stress is bad. We know that it has direct effect on your body. And unfortunately, I like to say often, it's not like you can get rid of your stress in your life. It's just not going to happen, okay? That's part of modern life, unless you go live somewhere else, in the Himalayas, or whatever, where there is no other people around you, no toxic friends, no parents, maybe for some of you. Anyway, you see what I mean? No job, no stressful boss, no stressful co-workers, and all of that. Now, I would love to hear from you. What is, do you think, your number one stressor in your life right now? Is it maybe your kids, if you have kids already? Is it your spouse? Is it your parents? Is it your job? Is it your boss? If you want to share, I would love to hear from you. And sharing, what is your number one stressor in your life right now? And again, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being, I'm so zen, I'm just like relaxed and happy all the time, to 10, my life is hell, I'm always stressed out. Where are you on that spectrum again? Would love to hear from you guys. Everybody is here, everybody is awake. Come on. And I know there is always delays, but okay. Of course, yes, getting pregnant, number one stress for you, Eva. I can understand that. Your health, mental and physical, Trish, yes. And it's this idea, right? If we don't have good health, if we don't have good mental health and physical health, it's just hard. It's hard to enjoy life. I mean, it's the one thing, right? We all want more money and stuff. But again, what is the number one priority in our life? It's to be healthy. Because without the health, it's hard to enjoy anything else, right? It's hard to enjoy your family. It's hard to enjoy your money if you don't have good health. Anybody else? What's your stress level? And what's your number one stressor? If you want to, I'm in nursing school. Yes, school can be very stressful. So, stress creates a cascade of response and will, create a bunch of hormonal, response in your body. Stress is also very acidic to our bodies, which means that it depletes the body from its minerals. And we need minerals, to have proper function. Work, Lindsay, work. I know work is a big one for most of us. Yes. Especially if maybe you don't like your work, maybe you don't like your coworker, maybe you don't like your boss, or maybe it's just too much, maybe you work too much. There are so many ways that work can be too stressful. So we get depleted from our minerals from stress, and then our hormones are out of whack. Then you have low progesterone. Progesterone is such an important hormone to be able to have baby. And then you go see your doctor, and your doctor will say, okay, so you have low progesterone, let me just give you a progesterone, like bioidentical progesterone, whatever, like hormone replacement, right? But if we don't work on the stress, which is a root cause of your hormone stuff, how good is that going to be for you? I like to take comparison and like image, right? So it's like, let's say you have a car, right? Everybody has a car. So your car, let's say your car has a leak. It has oil, it has a leak in the engine, and the oil keeps running away, right? Sometimes my English may not be perfect, because again, I'm from France originally. But if you don't understand anything, if you have a question, please just put it in the comment, okay? Okay, so let's say you have a car with an oil leak, and you go to the garage or your doctor, right? And the garages say, okay, so you're just missing oil. Let me just, let's just put some more oil, in your engine. And then you leave, but the leak is still there. How good is that going to be for you? You will probably have to come back a week later, if not, a few days later. Oh, I don't have enough oil again. Can you please help me? So you see what I mean? So how do you deal with stress? That's one of the big, like the $1 million questions. How do you deal with stress? So today, we know there are many different mindfulness practices, right? It's about, coming back to yourself, to your center, connecting to yourself, so you can tune out a little bit the noise out there, right? Yoga is great. I'm a Kundalini yoga instructor. If you have not tried Kundalini yoga, it's amazing, okay? You have Qigong, Tai Chi, I don't know, taking a warm bath. You have a bunch of different ways that you can help to kind of manage or reduce your stress, right? But the stress is still there, and then tomorrow is another day. You go to your job. Lindsay, you say you are stressed at work. You go to, let's say, Lindsay, you practice your yoga in the morning, you feel great, and then as soon as you get to your work, it's like, stress is back like full on, right? So what I like to say, but it's great. If you do yoga, it's amazing for you. It's amazing for the mind, the body, the spirit, so keep doing it. But what I want to share with you today is some ways to start shifting your perception. Because you see, it's all about perception in life. So I want to talk to you about that. And before we do that, I'm going to do a little drawing for you. So please bear with me. I have never been a great, that's a limiting belief I have, that I'm not good at drawing. But I will still try my best for you, okay? So I have my whiteboard. I hope you can see. So what I would like to share with you, lady, today is how your thoughts, your emotions actually affect what you get in your life. Because when we talk about getting pregnant, it's something you want to manifest in your life, right? So we know there is a body, aspect of it, that we will be talking about tomorrow and after tomorrow. Your body needs to be healthy, not full of toxins and stuff, yes. And then there is a whole other aspect to it, which is your ability to actually manifest this baby into your life through your thoughts, your emotions, your energy. And your doctor is not going to talk to you about that. So let's talk about that here. Would you? Okay, so here. So that's, you see my round here? Oh, so that's your subconscious mind, okay? Who knows? Okay, let me ask you a question. Who knows about the law of attraction? Tell me if you, I'm sure you have to know. Do you know about the law of attraction? Come on, ladies. Have you heard about the law of attraction? So that's your mind. Subconscious mind, your conscious mind. So in the subconscious mind, we have what we can call our programming. The subconscious mind is where we have all of our programming. Limiting belief. I'm sure you've heard that. Belief. You know, in truth, we have a lot of garbage, okay, in the subconscious mind. Where do you think that come from? Where does this programming, limiting beliefs and points of view and expectation and all of that come from? Can someone share with me? Where does what you have in your subconscious mind come from in the first place? I'm waiting to hear from you, ladies. So that's my conscious mind. So I get, you know, here I have thoughts. My conscious mind, I have some thoughts. Here in my subconscious mind, I have beliefs and programming. Okay, now, it's hard to see, but okay, so let's say, I have something that happens to me today. You know, let's say I'm going to work. I'm going to work and I have a stressor that come up, you know, oops, in my conscious mind. So I don't know, I'm driving to work and this, you know, this guy is just cutting me when I'm driving. I almost run into him because of his poor driving. So that's a stressor for me, right? So I'm stressed. That comes into my conscious awareness. Now, this stressor is creating a thought here. A thought is formed here. I almost ran into him. I almost had an accident. What the... Right. Then from that thought, I have an emotion. I'm angry. Now, let me see. The thought... Yeah, I hope you can see. The thought and the emotion coming from this stressor will vary depending on what programming and belief I have in my subconscious. What do I mean by that? So you know how sometimes, you know, one event, two different people, two different perception of the event, two different reaction. Can you see that? Who has from your behavior? Yes, Eva. Sorry. So yes, your subconscious stuff. Your limiting belief, your programming comes from your parents, teachers, you know, church if you go to church, society as a whole. And one thing you need to understand is it starts forming, your subconscious starts forming when you are a baby in the womb of your mom. So that's why it's so important for you if you can do some cleanup work before even getting pregnant and during pregnancy so that you don't pass down all of your limiting stuff, all your garbage to your kids. The more cleanup you do, the less they will have. Wouldn't that be amazing for them to, you know, be not only healthy, but, you know, happy, you know, like fully in their power, fully themselves right away because they don't have to deal with all of, you know, the stuff that got passed down from your parents, from their parents, from generation and generation. That's part of our responsibility as mom, okay? So anyway, so what was I saying? So here, I know it's not great, sorry ladies, but you know, something happened, I form a thought, an emotion, and those two here will be different depending on what's going on here, depending on what I have in my subconscious. So, who do you have sisters or brothers? You know, it's easy to see in families. You know, so let's say you have a sister, you have a brother, and when you were young, you know, mom yelled at you for some reason. Something happened, Mom got very upset, and both of you were there, but you got a completely different response from that event because, your belief system was different. Your belief around the issue was different. So I'm going to give you an example because I love example. So let's take the pregnancy, right? So let's say you maybe you are late with your period. So you grab a test, you pee on it, you wait, and then you see that it's negative. And of course, what's going to happen? You're going to be like, oh shit, again, first response, right? A lot of negative emotion, a lot of negative talk coming, a lot of negative thoughts. Oh, again, what's wrong with me, and blah, 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 blah. So that response is direct correlation of what belief you may have in your subconscious right now around that. I'm getting too old, it's never going to happen for me, it's too hard to get pregnant, and all of those negative beliefs that may be running around in your subconscious. So, one way, from your emotions, you create a different response. From this response and this behavior, you will create a different outcome, right? Different thoughts, different emotion, different outcome. And one thing I didn't mention here is emotion is also energy, right? So, if I am upset here, I am upset, I'm in fear or whatever, that's going to be my energy, and that's going to lead me to a different outcome. Here, outcome. Different outcome. Now, we need, what do we have, how can we use our mind and our emotions to help us in that situation of, wanting to get pregnant? Because that's really where we are. I tend to go everywhere, but bringing it for you. How can I use the power of my mind, the power of my emotions to help me getting pregnant, conceive a baby, right? So, now, when we talk about, one thing I want you to understand is you are the powerful creator of your life. Everything. All of the reality that is yours, you created. Sometimes it's hard for some people to understand. It's hard to admit. The good, the ugly, the bad, everything you have is from your creation. Now, the nice thing about it is you are powerful enough to create what you desire instead, right? If you don't like what you are getting. So we create from our energy. And as we just saw, my energy is a direct, is in direct relationship with my thoughts and my belief. So if you want to change the outcome, we want to change our thoughts, we want to change our emotions, we want to change our energy. If we want to change all of that, we also want to clear up any belief in the subconscious that is not helping us. It's this whole cascade of things. You create from your energy. Let's just think that in for a minute. You create from your energy. That's law of attraction 101. Likes attracts likes. What you send out, you receive. It's almost, like you send your energy out into the universe or the magnetic field. Here, let's say universe, magnetic field. I'm going to show you, hold on. So, you send out your energy, the universe comes back with you with an outcome that matches this energy that you are sending out. So, what are you being right now in your life? What are you being most of the time? Are you being, there are like two main things, love or fear. And then, a lot of, out of fear you're having anxious, angry, what else? Help me, ladies. What are some emotions that can be like disruptive, stressed? Come on, come on. How are you feeling right now in your life? What are your main emotions in your life? Distressed, hopeless, blah 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 blah. Just share with me what's going on for you. On the other hand, you have love, self-love. How loving are you on yourself? You know, appreciation, gratitude, joy, excitement, fun, all of those. So depending on what you are being every day, you will get what you are. So if you are in a state of mind, it's never going to work for me, you know, because there are some beliefs limiting your thoughts. You have a bunch of limiting beliefs. I'm too old to get pregnant. It's too difficult to get pregnant. I will never get pregnant because my mom, blah, blah, blah. Disappointed and angry, yeah. So if you have all of those beliefs, it's going to create a lot of thoughts around that and a lot of emotions like disappointment, anger, and stuff like that. Those are not conducive for you to manifest your baby. Let me see where I was. Now, what do we do then? I'm an Access Bar facilitator, and in Access Consciousness is a lot of tools to help us become more conscious in our life. So in Access Consciousness, we like to say that our points of view create our reality. So if we want to change our reality, what do? We don't do a bunch of stuff. We change our points of view. You always have to go to the root cause, right? And it's the same when it comes to body and stuff. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So we want to clear whatever limiting belief may be in the way for you to have thought that and emotion that are going to be helping you actually, bring in this baby faster. So that's number one. Clearing the limiting belief, clearing the programming. I don't know, maybe, there is something in your family line around, getting pregnant, and it's subconscious, so you're not aware of it, but it's here sabotaging your conscious effort, because there is something to understand is the subconscious is thousands of times stronger than your conscious mind. That's how it is. You've seen this picture of, the iceberg, small tip on top of the water and the huge thing under. That's exactly the conscious and the subconscious. So your subconscious mind can completely sabotage all your effort. Okay, now I'm going to share with you. So one thing I want to say though, for you to, one thing I want to say is when a pure desire is always granted. So what do I mean by that? It means that, so let's again bring it back for you for a baby. If your desire for a baby is true and pure, it means that there is a baby waiting for you. It's almost like, you have this contract with this soul, and this soul is whispering, in your ear, it's time to have a baby, it's time to have a baby. So if your desire is pure and true, it's always granted. So this baby is here for you. What do I mean by a desire that's pure and pure and true? It means that it's a desire that has no shadow behind. Like, I want to have a baby because I don't feel good with my husband, and a baby will help us, with our marriage. That's not a pure and true desire. That's a shadow-based desire. I want a baby just because I don't want to be alone. That's not pure and true. Can you see the difference? I want a baby because, I've been told all my life that it's how it's supposed to be. You get married, you get babies. That's not a pure and true desire. Okay. Now, let me share some tools with you, because what time is it? Okay, 1:30. Let me share some tools with you, okay? So, one, we saw that to change the outcome in your life, you want to, as much as you can, clear some limiting belief. And that's something I do with my clients, but there are different ways to do that. So clearing beliefs. Two, when things happen in your daily life, when you get a stressor coming up, You want to have some tools that you can use so that you don't let yourself go into the negative loop. Oh my God, why is it happening to me? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with life? I will never be able to blah, 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 right? And you know how it is, right? When you start like that, it's like starting from the wrong foot. Starting your day on the wrong foot, and then everything else is shit. So, because it's all about energy again. I am sending out a repelling energy, like, energy of despair or whatever. So I get more of that throughout my day. I get more of what I don't want. So it's important to be able to shift your energy throughout your day so you can be in a more elevated state. Because it's all frequency. The higher your frequency of love, of joy, of this, the more you are magnetic for what you desire. In our case, it's a baby. But it could be money, it could be a job, it could be whatever. So how can we shift our energy when shit happens during the day? Because I'm on as an Access Bar facilitator. I host Access Bar classes, and that's something I explain to my students, which is, it's great to do yoga, like I mentioned earlier, for example, but it's not going to help you when 4 or 5 hours later your boss is yelling at you. It's not going to help you when you get into a fight with your spouse, 2 hours later. So what we need to be able to have something that we use right away when the things happen, when the stressor happens. How can I shift my energy so I don't fall into a negative loop at that moment? Okay, so I'm going to share with you some tools from Access Consciousness, because that's that's an amazing body of work from Gary Douglas and Dr. Dane that truly, really work, and that really helps bring just more consciousness into our lives, so we have less of those blinder. So, one first thing to understand is that everything in life is just an interesting point of view. What? Everything in life is just an interesting point of view. Because, when we get mad, when we get triggered, when you have a trigger, it's actually a good sign that there is something for you to look at. A trigger is a sign that there is some kind of belief, there is some points of view, there is something that, could be cleared there. Let's take this example, I'm driving and someone cut me off, when I'm driving, I get so mad. Well, I get triggered, right? And chances is that there is something deeper that created this big response from me. Okay? So, where was I? Interesting point of view. Everything in life is just an interesting point of view. So, everything that your sister tells you, everything that your spouse, your doctor, everybody, everything they say, it's just an interesting point of view. You go to work, your boss is mad at you, he's yelling because, you were late, I don't know, whatever. Interesting point of view, he has this point of view. Because that's all that is. It's just his point of view. When you are mad at yourself, when you go, shit, again, I'm not pregnant. I'm never going to be pregnant. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Because that's all that is. It's an interesting point of view. The reason we use this tool is because when someone, or when you tell yourself something, you can either agree with what the person says and it becomes yours. We say it becomes yours, which means that it leaves an imprint in your subconscious and you believe that. It becomes your limitation. When you tell something to yourself, you believe it, it becomes your limitation, it becomes your reality. Can you see that? What we don't want to be influenced by everybody's points of view because we don't want to take on their limitation. So when you start being negative with yourself, the negative self-talk, we all have that. Especially when you are in a situation where you are really struggling. So be self-aware of when that's happening. You go to your doctor appointment and you start thinking, it's never going to work for me and whatever. Okay, hold on. Here I am. giving me myself the negative self-talk. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. It's a very basic, simple tools, but you know what? If you can use it for everything throughout the day, for every thought that comes to your head, to your consciousness, you say, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. For everything that your spouse tells you, interesting point of view, has this point of view. That's starting shrinking the charge, the energetic charge of the statement. And so that the statement doesn't become a limitation for you. It doesn't become a belief for you. Very important, especially when you are to not go into a negative loop. Your spouse say something to you like, it's never going to work. So, sorry, cut the cone. So what you say, interesting point of view, has this point of view. That's it. That's all there is. So that's tool number 1, interesting point of view. Okay? This is an amazing tool. It can truly change your life if you use it every time you need it. You go to, so of course, when it comes to pregnancy and, your health and all of that, use it all the time. But not just that, you go to the store, you don't have enough money, or you overdrawn your account. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. When you start going into your head like, I don't have money is blah, blah, blah. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Okay, now, another one. When something happens that you don't like, a stressor again, a stressor. So again, let's take this example of your pregnancy test with negative result again. So you look at the test and you go, shit, it's negative again. What comes next to your head? What comes next to your mind? Share with me. You pee on the thing, you look at it, not pregnant. What comes up in your head? Tell me, speak to me. Let me know what are the first thoughts that come up. What are the emotions that come up? Come on, I don't see anything. Well, chances are that you are going to be shit. Again, sadness. Yes, and what do you, anger, of course, but what do you tell to yourself? It's never going to work, it's useless, it's hopeless, whatever. So, when you start this, it's your mind, it's just your mind saying that, because your mind loves to, being like, boom, here you are, here. So, we want to get out of that energy because it will create more of the same. It's going to ruin your day. It's going to create more of the same. We want to shift that. One, it might not happen. Yes. So interesting point of view. You have this point of view, Eva, right? So here's a little sentence you can say to help you just get out of this negative, loop again. How does it get any better than this? I know it's stupid simple, right? How does it get any better than this? But can you see? So just put yourself in that situation, okay? Just visualize that for a minute. You go, you pee on your thing, you look at it, not pregnant. First reaction, shit, again. Okay. Second reaction, how does it get any better than this? Just practice it, just put yourself in that situation. How does it get any better than this? Can you feel the shift in your energy? It's not despair anymore. Disappointed. It will never happen. Yes, Trish. Interesting point of view. You have this point of view. But can you see that this disappointed, angry, frustrated, it's very heavy emotion. It's very low frequency emotion. Very low frequency. It's heavy on your chest. Can you feel it? Again, use your body as the amazing tool it is for you. For example, when I'm talking to you, how does it feel in your body? Don't use your head. Your mind will lie to you. Use your body. So disappointment, anger, it's very heavy on the body. Can you feel that? Now, use How does it get any better than this? It lightens up. How does it get any better than this? I'm asking the universe, I'm showing, I'm ready for something different. And the next one you can use, I love this one. We love this one in Access Consciousness. But again, stupid simple. What else is possible? What else is truly possible for me here? So by just those little sentences, you open up yourself to new possibilities. Before, with disappointment, anger, and everything, you are like, it's heavy, and you get yourself locked down in those heavy energy. How does it get any better than this? What else is possible? We open up. We become more open. We become open to new possibilities. What else is possible? And one that I personally love and I use all the time when stuff happens and it's like, what's right about this? I have not considered yet. What's right about this? I have not considered yet. So instead of going, it's wrong, what's wrong with me, and going into the blame game, maybe it's my husband, maybe it's blah, 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 something is wrong with me, something wrong with my body. Okay, what's right about this? I have not considered yet. And it seems simple and everything, but you know what? You will be able to, by shifting your energy around that, you will be able to put yourself in a position of receiving a new possibility. It's all energy. Life is energy. We are energy being. Everything in this universe is energy. Shift your energy, you will get a new outcome. Guarantee. Doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work on your body, right? The diet and stuff. But if you are someone, because I talk to women, they change their diet, they are healthier, they lost weight, and but still it's not happening. Well, then it's not the body anymore. It's maybe the belief, the energy that's blocking it. So it's like, you want to put all the pieces together. It's not just a body, because we are energetic beings. And it's also our subconscious. Okay, so what else? Okay, I think it's all I have for you today. And again, it all starts from your beingness. What are you being throughout the day? Are you being, joyful? Are you being curious? Are you being loving, self-loving, self-forgiving, compassionate? Or are you being, frustrated, angry, disappointed, and stuff like that? I know I understand it's not easy to stay uplifted when such a struggle, happen. And that's why use those, how does it get any better than this? What's right about this? I didn't know. What else is possible? Now, so what's right about this, I have not considered yet. I'm going to answer that for you. What if your struggles, previous miscarriages, current struggle, were just so that you would really take the time, again, to work on yourself, clearing your body from toxins, feeding your body properly, giving it everything it needs, nutrients and stuff, and taking this time also to clear, any limiting beliefs, anything that's in your subconscious that's, not so great. Really transforming, going through an inner transformation of yourself so that you become this clean, pure vessel for an amazing starseed baby to come in. From an amazing, highly advanced, high frequency being to come in. Maybe that's why it's taking you more time. Maybe that's why, you are struggling a little bit. Maybe that's why you are here with me today, because this is going to resonate for you. Again, maybe you've been chosen, by one of those amazing beings to be a mom. But, this being requires a high frequency vessel. That's one perspective. Doesn't have to be right. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view, right? But it's a hell more empowering point of view than being like, it's not working for me, it's never going to work for me, right? You can choose your point of view. And in truth, again, check with your body. Is your body resonating with what I'm saying? Leave your mind out of the game, because your mind is going to tell you a bunch of stuff, okay? What I like to explain is your mind is limited, because your mind will use past experiences, whatever it already knows, whatever it reads in the news, whatever, the doctor is saying, to come and analyze and judge what I'm saying. But we are in a place right now. You are here because you want an outside the box answer to what you're going through. You don't want, the same over and over, approach. You want something different. So tell your mind to be quiet, because it's not about what it knows. We are going to a different level here. So let your body take the lead and feel and see how it resonates. One thing we use in Access, again, is we use our body to tell us, if something is good or not for us. Because again, the mind, because of the subconscious, is biased. It's like it has a filter that won't let it see the truth. The filter, due to all of this programming, right? So we go to our body and we say that what is light for you is true for you. What is heavy is a lie. So you all experienced that before, okay? Let's say, you have a friend and she's calling, she say, Eva or Trish, hey, hi, do you want to go, such and such has a great party tonight. Do you want to come with me? Before she even finished her sentences, your body already gave you an answer. Awareness is instant. You don't have to think about it. It's just instant. So your body already gave you an answer, because awareness is instant. When she was saying that, did you feel like expansive and light? Or did you feel like... If you felt expansive and light, that was true for you. It would probably be good for you to go. If you feel like, don't go. Okay? Shit, what was I say? We experience that all the time. If you go to a place, to a new house, you feel expensive, you feel contracted. Contracted, it's not good for you. Expensive, it's true for you. So use this kind of test. If you go to your doctor and your doctor say, it's time to consult with a fertility specialist, check with your body. Don't ask your head. How does it feel in my body? Expensive? Okay, let me go. Don't go. Your mind will use, like those pros and cons, right? And then it's hard to make a decision. Well, maybe she's right, because I'm getting old, because it has not worked for me if it's been a year, because blah, 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 blah. And then on the other hand, you may go like, yes, but I want to go natural anyway, and da, 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 da. So don't let your mind play this game with you and go, okay, body, how does it feel? Expensive? Contracting. And we it could be excitement, that would be like expensive. Whatever is light for you is true. Whatever is heavy is a lie. Okay, any questions, lady? Because I think I'm done. It was 1 hour. So I am done. What is any well, and if you want, before we say goodbye, let's do a little exercise again with that, because for you to experience yourself not just as the body, but the being. So if you want to do this quick with me, and then we say goodbye. So if you want to close your eyes, connecting your feet to the floor, and again, feeling, the earth under your feet. If you want, you can pull energy from the earth. And now bring your awareness into your heart center. We get out of our head, we go into our heart center, and just visualize this beautiful light inside your heart. Just look at it, go in it. That's your being, that's your true self here. Now, let's breathe in. And on each breath out, just allow this light to grow bigger. You breathe in, you breathe out. And this light is really your energy too. So you breathe out, you let your energy expand out of your body. Breathing in, you breathe out, you let your energy fill the whole room where you are. Breathing in, breathing out. Now let's expand even more. Let's expand, and we are filling up our whole house, our whole apartment, wherever you live. Filling all the spaces. You know, you can touch your furniture, your pets, whatever you have in your house with your energy. Breathing in one more time, and now let's get out of the house. Let's fill up the whole neighborhood. Let's bring our, let have our energy expand into the whole neighborhood. Touching those houses, touching the car of the neighbors with our energy. Good. Now, breathing in again. And let's expand even further. Let's expand to your state if you're in the US. Let's expand to your town if you are not in the US, wherever you are. Just expand, expand, expand. Good. Now let's breathe in. Let's expand to our whole country. Let your energy touch everything in your country. And now one more time, let's inhale and let's exhale and move out of the country, and let's just expand to the whole earth. We are touching the oceans, the mountains, the forests with our energy. And now let's see if we can go even further. Let's breathe in and expand outside of the earth, trying to reach the other stars, the sun. Let's push further to the out corner of the universe. Go out, 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 and see if you can actually find the limit of you. Is there any limitation to your energy? Chances that you will find that there is none. You are infinite. That's your being. That's who you are. This body is amazing, and it's here to help you have this human experience. But who you are is not this body. Your true being can expand into the whole universe. Can you feel yourself being so expanded? No limitations. Completely elevated. Good. Good. Now, you can open your eyes. See how it feels for you. And if you just joined, we just did a little bit expansion of our energy so you can really feel your true being, which is so much bigger, so much deeper, so much more than just this body and your limited mind and your limited soul. Whenever you feel going whenever you have a bad day, when you are letting yourself, because again, you are the powerful creator of your life. Whenever you are the one letting other people's stuff affecting you, okay? You enable others to be affecting you. If you have, as a boss, the spouse, the kids, whatever. So whenever you're in this situation where you're having a bad day, just come back to your center, back to yourself, get out of your head, breathe, get into your heart, and expand. Expand, 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 expand. Okay? Good. Any questions, ladies? That was a lot of information today. I wish my little drawing was better. Maybe I'll try to post a nice one in the group. Any questions, lady? How do you feel? Remember, main tools, interesting point of view. And it comes in two interesting point of view. You have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. She has this point of view. It's in two parts, okay? To number one. To number two. How does it get any better than this? You're welcome, Eva. How does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? What else is possible for me and this baby? What else is possible for me and my body? What else is possible for me and my spouse? And what's right about this, I have not considered yet. What's right about this, I have not considered yet. So to wrap up, we looked at stress. Stress definitely have a big impact on your ability to get pregnant because of a bunch of cascade of events in the body, hormonal disruption and stuff. And just think about that. If you are stressed, if you are trying to conceive, how stressed are you when it comes to having sex with your husband? Feeling much better. You're welcome, Trish. But think about that. If you are always in a state of stress and anxiety around, being able to conceive, how much are you actually enjoying getting intimate with your spouse? That would be something important, right? If wanting to have a child, don't you think? And how much of everything you're doing now, like, time sex and taking temperature and checking your ovulation and all of that, how much stress is this putting on yourself? Would there be a better way? Ask your body. Body, do you like to do that? Yes or no? Light or heavy? Here, light or heavy? How does that feel? Is it light or heavy on your body? So we looked at stress, how much it affects our body, and how it can, not just our body, but also then our thoughts and our emotions, which in turn affects our ability to actually manifest and bring into our life what we truly desire. The importance of, the subconscious, the importance of clearing whatever is not supportive of you having a baby. And when doing this work, how you will be able to have a child with that, with less baggage than you were, because you do the clearing before getting pregnant. And the perspective that maybe, if you are struggling right now, it's just that you need to do a little bit of work with your body and your mind so that you can become a clean vessel for this amazing starseed baby to come through. Okay, and I think that's kind of a good summary of what we've been through, we've looked at. Okay, ladies, if you don't have any questions, I'm going to say goodbye. If anything come up, just, go in the group, ask a question, and actually I'm going to create a thread where I'm going to ask you about your main aha moment and what you really got from it and what you will be implementing in your life. Because I want to give you information, that's great, a whole different perspective, that's important, but I also would love for you to be able to implement that, because it's about you getting to your outcome, which is a beautiful, healthy, happy, mentally and emotionally stable baby. That's really what we want, right? So, lady, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a lot more like 3D, because it's going to be about the body, especially about diet and stuff. But I guarantee you that it's going to be stuff that you have not heard before. And some of what I'm going to be sharing tomorrow will maybe go against common belief that you may have around, body and food and stuff. So just be ready. And I say, see you tomorrow. Thank you for being with me today. Bye, ladies.